like you, man. What's your name? Christian and Richard. Christian and Richard, right? So if you didn't know, Christian, what we're doing is we're showing the so-called blacks and Hispanics their nationality, their heritage in the Bible. Okay? I want to read something to you that's not in the Bible from a scholarly book. You got something you want to say?
I don't know how much I trust the guys from Vermont 2,000 years ago.
How about if we go into another book then?
What's the other one?
Let's read this one. Read the title of it.
This is The Origins of the American Indians by Lee E. Huddleston.
It's an author named Lee E. Huddleston. So if you have a problem with what he says, feel free to go write him a letter or whatever you want to do. Right? But let's read what he wrote, a scholar, okay?
Page 88. The Mexicans.
The who?
The Mexicans.
The so-called Mexican, right?
Are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmaneser.
You hear that? Originally, the Mexican was under captivity of Salmaneser. That's history in the Bible. We'll get to it. Read.
And of the family of Issachar.
The family of who?
Of Issachar.
Issachar. That's a Hebrew word that means Aztec, right? That's who your forefather is in the Bible. Read on.
Whom the Indians recognized as their special ancestor.
Did you miss that part? Were you listening? Read it again.
Whom the Indians recognized as their special ancestor.
The Indians, the natives, as you so put it, have a special ancestor. His name is Issachar.
Right.
The Catholic one?
Who said anything about Catholic?
Well, it's from the Bible, man.
Who said anything about Catholic?
I mean, the people perpetrating,
Okay.
introducing this religion.
Got you. So let's clear two things up. One, we're talking about the religions that we was taught versus the Bible. We already talked about the image of Christ. How this image was forced on us. Is this image accurate? I'm asking you.
Yeah.
This image is accurate? No. We broke it down, right? They've been lying from the beginning, my brother.
Right.
They've been lying from the beginning. They've been lying on the Bible. It's like you ever heard the expression throwing the baby out with the bathwater?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
What does that mean? What does that mean to throw the baby out with the bathwater?
That means you're fucking tossing out the whole...
You toss out the whole thing, but you didn't examine. You haven't examined that this whole book, the book itself, is written about you.
Right. That's right.
You are the Israelite,
You
according to the Bible, that your enemies would never, ever, ever want you to know.
But the enemies are the one bringing the Bible to
Of course. Why do you think they remixed it and lied to you?
Right.
Why do you think they would lie to you about it? Give me Sirach 12 and 10. They didn't teach you jack. They didn't teach us nothing but to do that little stupid thing with the hands and to pray to God on a Sunday, to worship Him, to celebrate Christmas, to do all the things. The white man is a liar. He's the damn devil. Of course he's going to lie to you on the Bible. Read.
Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
What does the Bible say?
Never trust thine enemy.
The Bible says never to trust your enemies. But Christianity has told you to be docile, to be weak, to lay down and let your enemies rape you, rob you, murder you, to be content with them stealing everything from you, including your land, including your heritage, including your name.
All right, so we're
Was it seed of Israel
a
forever?
lot of
Yeah, I
this,
got you,
a lot of this,
31, 33, 31.
a lot of this anti-blackness comes from the Reconquista. They fucking pushed the fucking Muslims out of Spain.
Right.
That's why the Catholic Church became so fucking white.
We're not talking nothing about the Catholic. Who said anything about? To hell with the Catholic Church.
Right.
They some liars. No, it ain't.
That's who brought the Bible to us.
No, that's who brought the Bible. You sure about that?
Yes.
You sure about that?
1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. They brought that Catholic Church to
They
us.
brought the Catholic Church. You're right.
Yes.
Was the Bible around before then?
Yes.
So who's it written to?
Well, it depends who you ask.
I'm asking you.
John wrote it to the Romans.
Okay.
Matthew wrote it to the Jews.
Wrong.
Oh wait, who wrote it to Mark?
Give
Was
me
it Mark wrote
Psalms
it to the Jews.
147.
The four Gospels were written to the Greeks, the Romans, the Jews.
Wrong, wrong, and wrong. But go ahead.
Why?
That's
Wait,
not
why?
true. What you're saying is wrong. But let's find out who the Bible's written to. Let's
Well,
find out.
my-
Let's find out.
Okay.
Read.
Psalm 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
The Bible says that the word belongs to who?
Jacob.
Jacob, which is who?
That's Israel.
Those are the Israelites, right? Read.
Yeah, fair
His
enough.
statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Who do the statutes and judgments belong to? Who?
Yeah, Israel.
Okay, read.
I was like,
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He what?
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
So we don't give a damn what no Roman is talking about because the Bible don't belong to them.
Right.
We don't give a damn about what.
Who wrote it did. The
Listen,
guys
bro.
Who wrote it did.
The people who wrote it, they wrote it to you. The people.
to them.
Listen, what I'm saying, man. You tripping, bro. We're black people are the real Jews.
Right.
Wake up. Yes, I said it. The black man is the real Jew. Now ask me how I know. Ask me how I know so you can learn something instead of standing there looking stupid, bro. Ask me how I know.
The Israelites who aren't black wrote it in that book.
Wrong. The Israelis who pretend to be us live in our land, and they gave us a fake doctrine. They enslaved us with garbage. That's why you're fighting against the Bible, bro, because the Bible's written to you. Then religions and the Bible is two different things.
Right.
The religions and the Bible is
Yes,
two
you're
vastly
right.
different things.
Yeah, you're right.
Read that again.
Exactly. You're
He
right.
showeth his word unto Jacob.
It says the Bible belongs to Jacob. There's no white man, there's no religion that's going to teach you, A, that you are a son of Jacob, and that God only loves your people.
Right.
Nobody's ever going to show you that but the Israelites keeping God's commandments.
I don't think God.
You don't
only-
think? Can you prove it? Can you prove
well,
it?
I don't think the philosophical idea of God only loving your people is a good idea.
Okay.
Because that promotes
What?
a self-entitlement, being like we are only.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Go on.
Just finish your thought, bro. I want to hear it.
No. I'm saying that puts a philosophical idea of we are the only people who are chosen.
All right.
Fuck everybody else.
Right, so let me ask you this, right? Did the white man colonize us?
Uh,
Did the white man colonize your
yeah.
people?
Yeah.
Did the white man enslave our people?
Yeah.
Do the Chinese enslave our people?
No.
Yeah, they did. Look, yeah, they did. Go look at the Han Dynasty. Yeah, go do your research, bro.
Well, they
It's a book called The Silk Road, where you read about the great.
gradually
Listen to what I'm saying. You can read the book where you can read about the Chinese people enslaving blacks and Hispanics. That's who built the Great Wall of China during the Song Dynasty, during the Tang Dynasty, right?
A lot of those were Central Asians.
A lot of our people have been enslaved by them. My point is,
A lot of
when
those-
you look at other races of people, what are they doing for us? What are they doing for us? You help me out. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing at all. That's what are they doing?
You can make the
What are they doing?
way, though.
What are they doing?
I'd argue
What are they doing?
What are Mexican people
No,
doing?
what are other races doing for your people?
For Mexican people?
Yes.
Not a lot, man.
Not a lot, not a good goddamn thing.
Right.
No.
Because other races are our enemy.
Bring it
They're
out.
designed to oppress you, steal everything from you.
So,
Wake up, read what you got.
but we ain't.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Oh yeah, you and me are the same. We the same sons of Jacob, bro. Yeah, we
it
are.
out.
Oh yeah, you gonna learn today. Read.
For thou art an holy people.
God calls our people holy. Right? Most Mexicans believe in God, yes or no?
Yeah. but
Most of us do, right?
Catholics.
They're Catholics, but they've been indoctrinated, yes or no?
Yeah.
Have they been taught this? Read this and tell me if a Catholic believes this. Read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So when God is talking, is he talking to everybody or is he talking to one race? Let's find out. One and one. Let's find out. That's where we've been misled. The Bible is racist as hell. It only
100%.
the Bible only
It
belongs
was
to
written 2,000 years ago.
the Bible only belongs to one race. And everything
It ain't ours, man.
it is. I'm trying to show you. If you want to learn, you can learn. If you don't want to hear it, well, go home. Read.
No, I'm
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1.
What I want to teach you is that the whole Bible's talking about you. If you don't want to hear it, then don't hear it.
That's why I'm here.
Then just be quiet. Read.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Who is God talking to here?
Israelites.
Israelites. The Israelites today are the so-called blacks and Hispanics. That's you.
Right.
You get that, Rich?
Yep.
Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
So when he's saying holy people, who's he talking to? He's talking to the Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans.
Right, Jack.
Read.
Unto the Lord thy God. For the Lord thy God hath chosen thee
Who did he choose?
Israel.
Who are God's chosen? Read.
to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
What does God say?
Above all people.
There's no such thing as equality with God. Even in the world, there's no such thing as equality. God says that the Israelites are supposed to be above all people. Now, when you look at blacks and Hispanics, are we above anybody or are we below everybody?
I look at us that we aren't Israel.
When you look at blacks and Hispanics,
why are we
so,
Israelites though?
Want me to show you?
Yeah, yeah. No,
All right,
'cause I'm
Deuteronomy
just-
28.
that's the
Deuteronomy
connection.
28. I'm
That's
gonna show you how we know. I'm gonna show you how.
Okay.
Right? 28. We'll start. So in the book of Deuteronomy, he's talking to who?
The whole book is Israelites.
Okay, the whole book's Israelites. Now we're going to read prophecy. We're going to read prophecies that have become somebody's history. Now it's your job to use your discernment and you tell me who's talking about. Fair? You with me? We're going to read prophecies and see whose history they have become. You know what I want.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
So that's what makes the Bible special. It says, it shall come to pass. Prophecies happen. That's why this book is the most studied book on the earth. You agree?
I don't think it's the most studied book.
What's more studied than the Bible?
Probably
What's sold more copies than the Bible?
Probably Das Kapital,
Probably?
Probably Das Kapital.
I didn't even heard of that book before.
Karl Marx, Das
You
Kapital?
think that Karl Marx was sold more copies than the Bible? You're out of your freaking
I don't know
mind.
about sold more copies.
Then
but
who? Then what's the most?
Red
Then
cover to cover,
what's the
yeah.
most studied book on the earth?
Red cover to cover, yeah.
Holy
Probably Das
crap!
Kapital.
This brother's tripping. What's the most popular book on the earth, bro?
All right, I'll give it to you. Somebody, go ahead. Read that shit.
But it shall come to pass,
It shall come to pass, meaning it will happen.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If the Israelites are not hearing what God says, which is what we do not do, we do not hear what God says. Read.
To observe, to do all his
And if
commandments
the Israelites, the blacks and Hispanics, are not doing God's commandments, it's a warning.
I don't
Read.
think they've done
and his
Of
statutes,
course not. That's why we're on the bottom. But you gotta listen instead of trying to talk. Read.
which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So it's saying that if the Israelites are not keeping God's commandments, that they'll be cursed. Now we're gonna read some curses. You gotta think about who it's talking about, okay? 40 wherever. Start wherever you want.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Uh-oh. Did you hear what that said? What did it say?
Bring a nation against them.
Okay,
War.
from far. It says that God's gonna bring a nation against us from far. Where's the eagle at?
I mean,
So
that's just war, man.
so let's play a game of what's that? Elimination. Right? We're gonna keep reading, and I want you to tell me who it could be talking about.
Okay.
Read it again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So, did the Latinos have a nation come against them from far?
About 3.
Which ones?
Spain.
Spain?
France, U.S.
France and U.S. Very good.
That's very good.
Anybody else? Let's find out. Let's keep
We
reading.
argue, but
From the end of the earth,
From the other side of the earth, read.
as swift as the eagle flyeth.
As what?
As swift as the eagle flyeth.
Out of your own mouth, bro. As swift as the eagle flieth. That's Spain.
Eagle.
That's Portugal. That's Rome.
Well,
That's Greece.
The eagle came from
From where?
from they
The eagle
got,
came from where?
The natives got to the land and they said when you see an eagle land on a cactus and eat a snake,
We're talking about
That's
we're
native.
talking about folklore. What nation
the
is
eagle is
what
native
nation?
to North America.
What nation is represented by an eagle? Help me out, man.
Yeah,
Use your mind.
obviously the American eagle, but that came.
What else?
Well, Spain.
Spain? What about the Germans? They got an eagle? What about the Portuguese? Don't they have an eagle? What about the Italians? What about the Italians? Don't they have an eagle?
The Greek,
What about the Greek Empire? Don't they have an eagle? What about all the white people have always had an eagle? So the natives,
we've also.
the natives adopted it when the white men took them over. So to hell with that Indian folklore, but we're not talking about that. We're talking
But
about
that came with the.
we're talking about a nation being represented by an eagle.
But a lot of that came from Vexel. Like
Read
you
on.
had to have a flag. You had to have a national.
A
symbol.
na-
A flag by who? From who? Who gave him that flag?
Yeah, well that's
The
what-
white man gave it
that's
to
what
him.
I'm
Read.
giving you. That's a
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
It says a nation would overthrow you whose tongue you didn't understand. So when the so-called white man got here,
They were talking about Persian.
did you understand Spanish?
Well,
No.
I don't speak.
Did you understand English? When the white man came and got us out of Africa, did we speak English? No. So who could this be talking about?
Anybody. That's
Who
the point.
else could it be talking about?
That's the point.
Tell me another race.
Could be anybody.
Tell me another race on the earth that a nation in the form of an eagle came and taught them another language. Help me out. Show me another race who's not
Romans.
speaking their own language. Who?
Romans.
Romans.
The Greeks.
What?
the
Whose?
Spanish.
Whose language are they
every other people
speaking?
They got conquered.
Who? By who?
By the wrong? No.
What are you talking about, bro? Tell me another nation of people who are speaking another people's language right now. Help me out.
The Levant. Anybody speaking Arabic right now? Anybody speaking fucking
Who? You don't know. Read it again.
Anybody
The Lord shall bring a
You
nation.
say anybody. Who's anybody? I don't know who that is, bro. Who?
Anybody speaking Hindu?
This brother retarded. Read that again.
What?
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee.
I asked you who, and you say anybody.
Anybody speaking
Who's
this
anybody?
language?
Who is anybody?
I'm saying the people who
What
speak this
freaking people?
language.
What people? What race of people?
Indian
Speaking.
people who speak
Huh?
Hindu are speaking a language.
That's their own language, bro.
Not
Hindi? That's their own
You're
language.
speaking to your own ignorance, bro. They
Hey,
know
bro,
all
you the
the
real
laws
Jew.
of
Keep God's
God.
commandments. We gotta wake up and realize who we are. We are the Israelites according to the Bible. If you believe in God, you deserve to know you are God's chosen. There's a reason why the black man, Hispanic man feel the ghetto. It's because we hate God. We hate what God told us to do in the first place. We look at each other, we see each other as enemies, but we not. We gotta be obeying God. Imagine if all black men, Hispanic men did what the Bible said. Wouldn't we rule the earth? But instead our people want to be ignorant to God's word, to God's prophecy. It's talking about him, but he hate God. He hate to see his brother teach him something new.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, his word, his word.